Alrighty, guys. Apologies for the little bit of delay there. I goofed and I actually overslept from what time we were supposed to be starting, so I'm going to just jump in right now. So we are good to go now. This is subtLe versus QuetzaL, and we are going to rock and roll. So apologies on the short delay for that one, but we're ready to go. And this is going to be a good start to the night. Spader going to open things up. Rico goes down, and now we've got an aggressive posturing up top by Bruno. He's going to find nothing out of that. Polio's going to be able to take him down, and we will be seeing the push onto the B bomb site. Bomb trying to get planted right now. It is down into a 3 versus 4, making it 2 versus 4. As Secret Agent's going to find one more. Pre-fire towards the side, and that's going to really open up that B bomb site. Now Chudy is also going to go in and find the final frag, making it 2-0 for QuetzaL. And the big part about that is they only lose one weapon out of that last round. So not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things for the Team Mexico side, I guess we could call it, because they are from the from south of the border, I guess, is the best way to describe it. The Mexican squad, Team QuetzaL, is going to have a good start to this one. 2-0 score line. So we'll see if they can keep going. And we'll see if subtLe can do anything going into this one, because right now they are going to be onto the force. Full AK buyout here for subtLe, and a fast push over towards the top side of mid, and there you go. 10's going to be able to find Secret Agent and drops him pretty much immediately into the round. So we are going to see the opening swing go the way of the Canadian side of subtLe. Things have slowed down quite a bit here, but it is going to continue the man advantage here for the CT side, or the Terra side, pardon me. Rico down to only 12 HP, lining up for a smoke here. See how they opt to execute into this one. Chudy gonna get a little bit aggressive over here towards this B bomb site. See if he can find anything. Get a little bit of intel for his team, but the push is going to be coming in towards A, and here we go. We're going to saddle up, boys. Yeehaw! Going into that A bomb site. It's going to be 10s on the back lines. He manages to find Bruno, but immediately traded by Kinky. He's going to find 2 and 3, so all of a sudden he's shut down this push in towards A and swung things back in towards the terrorist side, or CT side, pardon me, of QuetzaL. So we are going to see it even back up into a 2v2, but Kinky's still alive. We'll see if they can do anything from this position right now, but they have boosted up a quad. It'll be very difficult from this spot to be able to do anything, but Kinky's still alive and kicking. He's looking for it. There's a 4th. Possibility for an ace on the board still. He's going to spot out the last player back default. 14 seconds, 12, 10. He's going to be looking for it. This could be the ace, and there it is. The ace on the A bomb site. Kinky locking it down. We saw all 5 kills. And QuetzaL, they bring it back from a 2-man disadvantage off the back of 1 player. Kinky, nice round from him. So 3-0 start here for QuetzaL. See if they can continue forward. Looks like it is going to be a little aggression towards that A bomb site. 3 towards Squeaky, 2 towards A main. Odig. Oh dear. Gonna get tagged down. He's gonna have 7d4 HP. 69 for Slaw. Smoke out towards A. Already 10s is out in front. They're gonna be looking for this one. Continuing to push on forward. Spotted out here, Odig. Gonna fall. Polio's gonna go down. Rico drops as well, and Bruno doing some work from Fork. He's gonna be able to finish things off with a crisp headshot on Slaw, and that will be 1 player losing their life on the A bomb site. That was Kinky hunkered down in the corner. That was actually his first death of the game so far, but looking pretty good nonetheless. So a decent start to this matchup, decent start to this one so far for Team QuetzaL. They're gonna go up 4-0, and now subtLe gonna be back onto the bye. So 0-4 start for both Odig and Rico. Not exactly the most preferable start for either of those 2 players. Spider gonna lob a nade out in the direction of the B bomb site. He's gonna connect a little bit on 10's over there in the corner. 9 HP taken away from him, but still a long ways before the advantage is swung one way or the other. So for now, we will see this player Spader, good positioning. That molly, though the thought was there, it's not good enough to flush him out of the corner, and he's going to find first blood. So Spader is able to take down 10s. That's going to leave 4 players alive here for subtLe. Not left to do this round. Boost up towards A. 3 players on the CT side are over here towards this A bomb site. Don't really need to have the presence over towards B because they've still got 2 players on that area. 1 in heaven and 1 playing from the pit. Shooty, he's in a great position. Oh, but he gets dinked up, taken down immediately. Now Spader, he's going to get smoked off. Slaw's going to be able to find another one. I think that was through the smoke on a secret agent. So all of a sudden that man advantage is evaporated and QuetzaL's on the back foot now. 1 player advantage now for subtLe. Some good openings. Retake is going to be on. There you go, Kiki. Didn't know where or what to do in that situation. That's going to leave Slaw in a 1 versus 2. Good trades on the retake, going back the CT way. Flashbang out. There's a headshot from Spader. So, Team QuetzaL, again, showing absolutely no signs of slowing down right now. They're up 5-0 over subtLe. And not a good start to this matchup from the Canadians. Now, they do have a decent amount of money going forward. They will be able to force buy into this round and put the AKs on the board. Now, Ocean, Big Daddy Ocean, Odig, Papa, the big Smurf himself, he's looking at a AWP in hand right now. So I don't know how they're breaking things down here on this terrorist side for subtLe, but putting the op in the hands of Odig, that's something that I never thought I'd see the day of. But he is going to be able to pick up the big green going forward this time, and it looks like they are going to be going for a pick over towards the A bomb site to start things off. You can see actually sitting back in mid is Pollo. There you go. Good aggressive push there. Slaw's going to be tagged up. There you go, Odig. Ocean's on the boys, ladies and gentlemen. He finds his first kill of the matchup. I believe Rico's still looking for his, but when you've got the North American ex-god on your team, you give him whatever weapon he wants to play with. Odig. Mid-control being exercised here from subtLe. Secret agents looking for the jump up towards the vent side. He's not going to spot anybody over there just yet. He's going to be playing up close on Catbox. Flashbang out. He's not going to be blinded. Gets the 1-for-1. Pollo going to be able to trade that one back immediately. Rico out in front of Squeaky Door. He's going to find his first frag in the matchup, and Pollo's got a second. So all of a sudden it's down to Spader. Not going to be very easy on the retake, and it looks like he's just going to bow out. So this should be the first round on the board here for the subtLe side. Let's see what kind of damage he can do economically. Because the biggest thing, at least the scariest part about this for subtLe, is the possibility for a reset now. So they get this round on the board. They want to keep as much money in the bank as they possibly can. There's a ton of money on 2 out of the 5 players on the CT side, but there are a lot of rebuys that are going to have to go out. And Spader should be able to drop 2. Kiki could drop 1. That's going to open up this buy going forward for QuetzaL, but the biggest thing about this is that subtLe, they've only got 1 rebuy to go forward from. They got a decent amount of money, so he has to hang on to this rifle. Oh, bye-bye. That right there is what you call a rip, boys. That is what you call a rip. Bomb gritting its teeth over towards that B bomb site to start off this round, but again, it's dropped outside of the connector. Let's see where they end up opting to go. Smoke's going to come out towards B main. Secret Agent, he's looking for that long-range Deagle headshot. UMP not the most favorable weapon from this distance, but Desert Eagle is definitely not a bad choice. Good Molotovs to flush out Chudy, and he's going to go down immediately to Sla. That's going to really kind of hamstring the defense over here towards B. And Tensky, he double dinks Spader through the corner of the headshot rail, and unfortunately not able to take him down. Now, Secret Agent's going to get traded. Polio's going to find one. Polio finds a second, but Spader manages to double up before he drops, and that's going to allow Bruno to rotate in towards Heaven's side. Flashbang goes out, Incendiary in return. HE towards site, not yet. Kinky on the big flank. They have not planted the bomb yet. Finally, they're going to start putting that down. And now Polio right around the corner. He's going to get caught here. There it is. This is going to leave it all down to Rico. 1v2. Kinky trying to bait him in. There's the wide peek from Bruno. They're going to double team him here. He's going to be able to get one, but Kinky's going to be there to shut him down, and this is what the dangerous part was. Is now all of a sudden QuetzaL's on 6. The money's evaporated for subtLe. Even with that plant, they're going to be low buy. They should be able to buy, but it is going to be a low buy. They're not going to have all the utility that they could possibly want going forward. They won't have an AWP to work with either. You can actually see it will be 5 AKs for them to move forward with. So 6-1 scoreline, and QuetzaL right back into the driver's seat. Now, one thing that they need to worry about is starting to stabilize their economy. You can see, again, Secret Agent, he's going to be on a UMP because he's trying to prioritize the money. And they think, actually, on the CT side, that they reset subtLe. That bomb plant just barely allowing them to squeak a buy-in. They're going to go for the AKs over the top of mid, try to take over some mid control, get a little bit of early map control, take over highway control, peek out over the top of this smoke, and find a pickup towards A. There's the flash. A good counter flash actually comes out just in the right time. That is going to completely blind off those highway players. So they've still got early aggression, though, and that's Chudy over towards B. So they give up mid control to exercise their right in towards the B bomb site. Slaw's not even ready for it. That's just no communication, I guess, between Ocean and his teammate that's over there in that corner. Molotov damage going to go on to 10s. He's down to 58. Polio's over there towards 68, down to 52 now. He takes a little bit extra damage from that Molotov unnecessarily. Secret Agent over here towards the truck side is going to be looking for the aggression up highway, but they've already started to fall off. So this is the stand that QuetzaL needed to make. They're going to be looking very solid into this round. The only thing that can hamstring the defense right now is Rico if he finds the right time to pounce out of this area. But as you can see, Spader is over here watching this, and as Spader rotates off, they're going to have Secret Agent take up that cup. There you go. Spader finds one. Rico's going to start making his move. He's going to come around the side, and he's going to get taken down immediately, so he doesn't even get the chance on the lurk. And now Tens is completely sandwiched in. All 5 alive for QuetzaL, 7-1. Now we're going to have the save come out from subtLe, and we'll see what they can bring to the table this time around, but it is going to be difficult to say the least. Incendiary to block off the mid push here from the CT side, intelligently thrown. They've been going for a lot of mid control so far on subtLe, so that's not a bad idea to start off a round. Nade over the top as well. That's not going to connect too much. Tens is down to 20 HP though, so that's over towards A main. He probably got naded and chewed up early in this round as well. There you go. Frag number 1 on the board. There's the tap outs from Bruno. Going to drop the counter flash in, peek back out. Perfectly timed counter flash. He annihilates one. Trying to come over from highway. There's Polio to find one, and done. And again, only 1 casualty on the board here for QuetzaL's side. 8-1. They are off and rolling and completely stomping subtLe flat. There's nothing subtle about this ass whooping that's going down right now. subtLe really need to start thinking about what they want to do. Still no pause comes out. They're down 8-1. Like to see a pause come out. Talk about what you're doing. Revitalize your troops. Get them thinking. Get them focused on what they need to do moving forward, because whatever you're doing right now is just not working. And look at this from Secret Agent. He's just going straight up through middle. He knows that there hasn't been any pressure coming around from mid early on in the rounds, and he's going to be able to get this backstab on B if he opts to go that way. And it looks like he is going to start to at least rotate his way on over. Here's the one falling back in mid. Polio's dead to rights here. And here it comes. Here it comes. Wait for it. Maybe not. Polio's going to continue to push on forward. If he goes for the B flank, that's going to allow them some kills. Should be at least 1 or 2. They're going to start taking over Checkers control. The bomb is over there, and now comes the infiltration into the back line. Secret Agent, what are you going to do here? What's the play? Boost coming up in mid. Secret Agent is going to go on the flank on B. We'll just stick with Secret Agent right now because they have absolutely no idea that he's here. Ocean's going to lose the bomb. There's the big backstab. That's 1 on the board for him. He's going to be looking for a little bit more. Unfortunately, he only gets 1 out of the play. That's going to be a good frag there from Chudy. He's going to be able to find 1 more, and they should be calling the rotation. Even though he's the last man standing, he's got to get over here and kill Rico. He's going to do just that. They don't have bomb control. There is still 1 player over in the Checkers hallway, but he's gotten himself out forward. Unfortunately, there's no smoke covering up his presence, and Sla will be able to capitalize. So subtLe finally able to find a 2nd round on the board. Now they need to start stringing them together because there is still money. Those 2 rounds that QuetzaL was able to win, they only lost 1 player in those 2 rounds. I believe it was, if we take a look real fast. Yeah, they only lost 1 player in those 2 rounds. 3 rounds in a row, really, but only 1 rebuy in 2 rounds. The money is actually not that great for the QuetzaL side, but they've got another big buy coming out, and Bruno is actually going to be on the AWP this time. Doesn't matter, though, when Tens does that. He might even find 3 before it's all said and done. Fortunately, Rico's going to be able to find that other one, and it's just a dry run in towards that A bomb site. Really well managed here from subtLe, and they will find a 2nd one in a row. So this is a pretty solid start. And pretty solidly finished off from subtLe. They keep all 5 players alive. That's actually going to break the bank of QuetzaL. This gives a great opportunity now for subtLe to find their way back into this matchup. So we'll see if they can continue to capitalize. But for now, it is going to just be 5 rounds the difference. Looking for a 4-round difference here soon. And on the pistols up is over in Odig's hands. I don't know if he's going to expect Chudy to be close, but the rest of his team should, and they will make, well, I was going to say short work of 1, but Odig gets traded immediately into the round, and yep, 1 for 1 there, but it is going to be a couple of players alive left here for the CT side. It's actually down to Bruno over towards Squeaky. Bomb is all the way over in terrorist spawn, so this is going to be a difficult proposition, to say the least, for him to even pick up 1 kill out of this. Did he not? Oh, did he just get 4x3'd? He did. He did, and he did. So that is going to be a 4-round difference now. Team QuetzaL bringing it back. Yeah, Disco Last, I've read the time for this matchup wrong. I thought it was 21:30 ET, and it was actually 20:30 ET, so I goofed on that, so it's all my fault. Complete apologies and everything like that, so we will, we'll see how things go now, but it should be good. And again, though, Secret Agent going to open up. Team QuetzaL, they've struggled a couple of rounds into this, but they've looked pretty solid throughout a majority of this matchup. So the opening pick goes the way of the CT side of QuetzaL again. Rico's going to be down to 58. And Flash is actually short. Chudy's in a good position to be able to pounce. Try and do some work into this round. Odig up there. And the, I don't know what you would call that. Just, I guess, A-main boost boxes. A-main double stack. Reverse shroud. Push coming out towards A. Ocean. Gonna open it up. They went aggressive towards the B bomb site. They're gonna catch them out of position a little bit here. Rico. He's down to only 6 HP, but the lurk in middle, that's gonna be bountiful. Polio gonna find 1. Nicely managed from Secret Agent. He's gonna be looking down towards Highway. Now all that Ocean needs to do is wait for the cross in. And they're just going to shut the door right in his face. Gets the spam on 1. Going to be looking for a little bit more. Nobody's actually sticking the bomb right now, so They're going to have to be careful behind this. He's just toying with them. He's going to win the round. So Ocean, y'all talking about Bot Ocean. Don't you talk about my boy Ocean like that. Coming in huge. subtLe. Going to find a 5th round. 3 rounds the difference. Big 4K from Big Daddy O. And that is going to be an 8-5 scoreline. Back onto the pistols, QuetzaL. Secret Agent on a UMP plus body armor. He is very low on money, so maybe a little bit of a mix buy going on here, but we'll see. We'll see if it's going to be able to pay off. They did put head armor on Chuty, body armor on Kinky. Secret Agent's got the UMP to work with. Polio close mid. Secret Agent just going to bide his time for now. Rip that molly. Alright, so QuetzaL, they've done a decent amount of damage to start this round off. This is actually inherently dangerous now for... Oh, oh, there goes another one. Oh, this is really going to start getting scary for subtLe. After the god, after the man with the plan, after the one and only O-Dig Ocean, Big Papa K-Kona himself clutches a 1 versus 3. Things start to crumble for subtLe, but it's starting to get answered back. And now they've got to smoke up towards heaven, but there is a gap. That is the scary part of it. Flashbang goes out towards CT. Kinky's going to get blinded up. He's not going to be able to cross just yet. We're looking for it. And there it is. Polio able to find Bruno on the fast flank. It's going to leave it Secret Agent and Kinky. And now just Secret Agent looking for one. Not able to find anything just yet. He'll go down as well. So from a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-0, subtLe going to be able to bring that one back. And now we've got ourselves a game, boys. Now's where things get interesting. Fast push coming in towards B. There's the AWP pick. Almost a double, triple spray down there from Chuty, but he only manages to pick up 1. Still looking for a little bit more in towards the B-bomb site. Nade goes out towards headshot. They're pushing aggressively onto the site, but Spader's there. Finds himself a 2nd on the round. Going to be looking for a little bit more. They're pushing towards the site. Finally traded by Ocean. Looking for the second one that's up top. Kinky just spraying wildly. Does manage to connect on 1. What they don't realize is that Ocean has actually gotten all the way out through tree. He's going to find himself another kill. Now he's got an infiltration to the back lines, and Kinky's going to go all the way up to truck. So Ocean, opportunity abound. Is he going to realize? Negative. So a 9-6 half coming out. Team QuetzaL, they stabilize going into that final round, and 3 rounds being the difference, we are going to see them push forward into the second half. They're going to go onto the terrorist side. 9-6 is your score, and map number 1 is looking poised to be a pretty good one, all things considered. It was an 8-1 scoreline at one point. So you guys know the maps that we're going to be seeing tonight is Cache, obviously, as we're halfway through that right now. subtLe. This was actually QuetzaL's pick. subtLe picked Train, and then we will see Mirage if we go all 3 maps. And this is the only best of 3 that we're going to be bringing you guys tonight. Countdown is rocking and rolling. We should be good to go into this one, and the second half is upon us. So, with that being said, we will be seeing that 9-6 scoreline carried over, and we'll see whether or not QuetzaL can capitalize with the pistol round victory and move things on forward. In we go. 3 rounds the difference right now. Could have been a tremendous opening half for QuetzaL, but that last bit of a run there from the subtLe side, 5 rounds in a row, 6 in total on their terrorist side. definitely put a bit of a damper in things. And remember, Kinky, he's on 15 kills, but he got 5 in one round, which means that over the course of the 14 other rounds, he did get 10 kills. So he had a pretty solid opening half. That ace was something pretty awesome to watch, though, not going to lie, as he managed that very, very well. Triple spray now with the FAMAS, swaps over to an AK and finishes off the last two. 3-player stack on the A bomb site right now for subtLe. Typically speaking, you'll see the retake on A, and a lot of times you'll actually see an aggressive play on B with the CTs pushing, 1 or 2, sometimes even 3 players out, playing one back on truck and 1 player over towards mid, and then just going for the retake on the A bomb site and flooding in from all different angles to try and get in there. This time around, they've got 3 players that are going to be over here towards A, and they're actually playing more of a passive retake on B. And that bomb is actually going to start rotating its way on over, so they're going to have to watch out as things start to heat up. It is going to be a hit towards the B bomb site from QuetzaL, and things are going to be a little bit more dangerous for the subtLe side, as they should be getting a relatively easy and open bomb site. Secret Agent should just be able to drop a smoke right in towards the site, and shouldn't have too much of an issue getting in and getting on the site. And there you go. There's the smoke in, there's the incendiaries, and the nade for the return, but the rotation is going to be on. And the big thing to note, too, is that not one person is going for the big flank from A main. Everybody's coming around from CT. They're going to pop flash in, and then they're going to go on this and watch all their angles. Are they going to smoke these angles off? Yes, they are. We've seen this before. We actually saw this the other night when we watched Rush play against, trying to think of who it was that Rush was playing against. The issue, though, with that is if the terrorist side is actually playing underneath and in checkers, it's very difficult for them to win the round. However, what Team QuetzaL did to adapt to those smokes is they actually got out in front of them and played the aggressive angles, closed the range with those Glocks, and were able to put in work. And you could see that. I mean, Kinky picking up 2 picks there at the very beginning on the, push back in. And ultimately gets 3 over the course of the round. Secret Agent gets in on 1. Polio does a decent enough job trying to get back in, but it was a very good attempt from subtLe, and I actually like seeing that with the smokes and everything like that. But now, look, here comes that second round, and we're going to go aggressive on B. So they got to watch out. There it is. Tens is going to find one. He's getting flanked out. He's got to watch his back a little bit, but it's not going to be too big of a deal. He actually doesn't go and get that rifle, which was the Galil outside of B. So it's going to be relied upon the 4 SMGs moving forward here for the terrorist side of QuetzaL to put in work, son. Now we play the patience game. 10-6 scoreline. Boost going up here in middle. Gonna go for a potential late flank, and that's a Z smoke. That's a highway nade. And now Bruno just bides his time and waits up top. Push coming in towards the A bomb site. Odig hunkered down. He's got 2 comrades in arms. Nades are going to go down over the top. And they're going to be looking for this. Look at this creep in from Secret Agent. That's a bummer. There's 1. Spader, 2. Close quarters. Ocean, 1 and 2. Going to be looking for some more. Ocean, Kitty, continue on. Looking for a 3rd, dinged up, taken down. And now it's going to be on 10s. Oh, God. Woo! Good shot there on a Bruno down into a 1 versus 1. He might as well stick to the Deagle because it's been working. Incendiary is going to flush out that player in sight. There's the Deagle coming out. 1 tap no, 2 tap no, 3 tap tag. 4th shot takes him down, and 10s is going to be able to clutch the round out for subtLe and bring things back into a 10-7 scoreline. So 10-7 scoreline it is moving forward, and things looking on the up and up now for subtLe. 4 spy on the board from QuetzaL, though. They're not exactly ready to back down from this. They're going to throw over an AK to their top fragger Kinky. They're going to pick up as much as they can behind this. They've got decent enough utility. And 4 UMPs behind that AK. See when the push comes in, squeaky door popped open. They're going to be looking for this. Good return incendiary. There's a double incendiary. So they've used a lot of utility now. That's $1,200 out of the pockets of subtLe just to flush Bruno out. And there's still 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. So things are going to get a little bit trepidatious, to say the least. That's a good nade in towards checkers. That finds decent damage onto Sla. Push is going to be coming in towards A, though. Bomb is over there as well. There's a gap in that smoke. Nade towards the back of quad. That's going to ding up Rico, and now Rico's going to come up big here, as they aren't even going to check that angle. They thought they flushed him out from quad. Didn't see anybody in the backside of quad. And now they're trying to go up top. Line up. Going to find a second one. Rico. Traded immediately back by Kinky. Down into a 3 versus 3. Kinky on 48. Chuty going to get aggressive behind that smoke, and he's going to lose his life. The bomb is going to get planted. 3 versus 2. Still an incendiary on the board. That smoke is a little bit off the mark, but that's going to allow vision going forward. If they come around towards the E-box side, 10s should go down. Peek up towards the heaven side. They're going to start pushing up behind this. Kinky's going to have to hold the line. There's one UMP kill. Spader's going to be able to find one. Up on top of the high ground, Odig's going to go down, and Kinky finishes off the round. And QuetzaL, they answer back. They're going to find an 11th round moving forward. 18 rounds now behind us, and it's back to a 4-round difference. And most importantly, it's going to go and pretty much negate that save round that subtLe was able to win earlier. So we'll see if subtLe is going to force back into this. But most likely, they're going to play the safe game, and they're just going to go for a couple of pistol upgrades and see what they can work with that. But for now, it is back and forth. And you can see, I mean, no stability thus far in the opening 3 rounds of this second half. But 11-7 scoreline in favor of QuetzaL as they find some sense of solace moving forward with that last round. P250 stack towards B. 10s is on the flash. He's going to drop that all the way through heaven if they start to execute, and they're going to go for the pinch. So this is almost reminiscent of the pistol round retake from subtLe, except that they had the smokes to go down and the choke points towards checkers and B main. They're just going to throw the pop flash out and hope for the best. See if they can't mow with those P250s. The bomb is actually all the way passive in mid main, so they haven't pushed up too aggressively behind any of this just yet. They're going to be looking for it here in a little while. But Secret Agent's going to be scouting out in middle, trying to clear up all of his angles. Let's see. Yep, he's going to find his way out middle. That is going to be a little bit of intel gathered here for QuetzaL. Bomb is still down over towards mid-main, so they haven't retrieved that and brought it up just yet. And now clearing out towards checkers side. So they know that they're playing a passive stack somewhere. They just don't know where it is yet. And here you go. They're going to send out a little bit of a reconnaissance mission over towards B. And there you go. There's the trade. Now they know that it's a stack, so they're going to take that bomb and hightail it up towards the A bomb site. Bruno's going to catch 10s on the rotate, and now they just need to deal with Secret Agent, who's going to long spray down, find one. 36 HP on one of the players over in B. That's Polio. Now has an AK to work with. Is going to bring it back into a 3v2. They can't throw too many bodies at this because look at where Odig is, and they win the round on the back of it. So Odig saves the day again. Just like that, came down to 10 seconds. They didn't even, I don't even know if they had time to get the bomb plant, but Odig lurking on the site. He's going to infiltrate the back lines and drop the bomb carrier. So just like that, subtLe are going to steal a round away. No time for QuetzaL. Necesita 4 segundos. Not 3, 4. QuetzaL, por favor. Ay, Dios mío, de Padre Santo. Ay, ay, ay. QuetzaL on the back foot now, 3-round difference. They're going to get reset. Kinky's going to stay onto the AK, so they're going to at least have that moving forward. But because of the damage that Odig was able to do at the end of that last round, they're going to have no money on one of the players. So we'll have to see if they can do anything into this round. And there you go. Long extended spray from Kinky's going to be able to find one, but it's a triple stack over towards A. And that is going to leave it all on Kinky trying to infiltrate right now. One player was by Squeaky. Now Kinky's got to ace it to win again. Thanks, Mr. James. I appreciate that. My Spanish is a little bit on point. Kinky, nice taps there on the 10s, but he is going to ultimately get traded after 3 kills go out. Now it's 2-round difference and subtLe. They're doing a decent enough job at staying alive in this matchup. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the little, little Spanish going on there. Oh, I'm sorry. I just banned the wrong person. Pope, I apologize. I was trying to get this spammer. There we go. I got him. Pope, I unbanned you. Don't worry about it, brother. I got you, man. So, Force Up comes out again from the CT, or from the terrorist side. They're going to be looking to do a little bit of damage moving forward. MP9 in the hands of Slaw, so maybe misreading the situation that they might be on another save, but OD going to catch Chudy out in front of mid. And again, the opening pick going the way of the subtle side. So their CT side looking a little bit stronger than their terrorist side. Nice taps from Bruno. Going to find the response on Polio down into a 4 versus 4. Decent damage on OD and decent damage on Kinky. So both of them are going to be relatively low. And we will be seeing them move forward here. Odig from the cat box. Kinky on the boost box mid. Slaw getting aggressive here in middle. Let's see what Slaw can do. He's going to have an opportunity to backstab. Kinky on high. He's going to bide his time. There's one. Going to be looking for a little bit more. They haven't called the flank yet. He's going to come in and just spraying. And he's going to find another one on the board. So Slaw doing a good job just disrupting. Spader, he's stuck in behind the box here. Spray, spray, spray. Might as well just hold down the W key while you're at it and make a little insult to injury there. That's money in the bank for Slaw. I thought that the low buy on the MP9 wasn't going to net him too much, but he gets 3 kills out of it. That's $1,800. So now Subtle are going to find themselves within one round of catching up, and they're also going to break the bank once again for Team QuetzaL. So that's going to be an 11-10 scoreline. Things are back definitely within a manageable margin, and they're going to have a golden opportunity here to tie things up and move on forward in this matchup. And remember, this is QuetzaL's map pick. Great nade. Oh, Chudy got obliterated. I think that was a 91 damage nade, and he just got completely annihilated by that. Really, really well played there from Slaw to open up the round. One take comes out through middle onto Polio, but they still got a lot of work going ahead. I think that it's hilarious that there's a player named Polio on Subtle, and they're playing against a core of Hispanic players. Because obviously in Spanish, Polio means chicken, and that's kind of funny. I just find that entertaining. I don't know why. It's the little things in life. Oh, another tag goes out. Polio. Looking good to start off. Yo tengo ganas de pollo esta noche. See? Yes, indeed. Looking for a little bit more. There he is, down to 12 now. He's got to be careful from this spot. He's down to 6. They're just slowly whittling him down. They can't find the kill just yet, but they're definitely looking to do some damage moving forward. But unfortunately, there's finally another kill goes out on the board, and Sly is going to be able to find one more. So, looking relatively decent into this round. It should be an easy cleanup now for Subtle. Oh, all right, another dink goes out, and Kinky actually finds Rico. Can they find it? They finally killed Polio! Sly's on 4. Odig's going to decapitate Kinky, but they finally killed Polio. So, good job from the QuetzaL side at least. Doing all that damage to start things off and then finishing things in the end on Polio, but it's too little too late. They only get 2 kills out of the round, but we are into the next bye round. It's tied up 11-11, 22 rounds behind us, and round 23 on the board, so we'll see what they can do going into this one. Now, remember, Odig does have the AWP. He's come to life here. He's up to 17 kills. Remember when you guys were making fun of him when he had no kills? Yeah, Pepperidge Farms members. Aggression coming out in towards that lockers area. Woo! Kinky getting up in there, and he's going to have to bow out for the time being because they double push lockers. One left, one right. Deep smoke goes out, spam through. Not going to connect anything. Damn near had the lineup. Need to return. But again, damage at a minimum right now for both sides. A couple of players tagged up here for Subtle. 70, 75, and 87. Only one player tagged up on the terror side. 73 for Kinky. And that was from that initial push in going towards that A main corridor. But luckily for him, he's going to get away with his life. Now, again, this time around, it's going to be Slaw playing the cat box. They're going to put Polio over towards MBK fence area. And they're going to try to make their way coming in. Ooh, Polio. Remember, boys, yo tengo ganas de pollo esta noche. Ay, Dios mío. Beautiful stuff from Secret Agent as he just completely annihilates Polio. But it's Slaw, 2 more. He got 4 in the last round. He's going to pick up 2 into this. Finally able to be managed, but he's going to go down, and that is going to be a 3-on-2. Now good positioning from Chuti. There's one more kill on the board here for the boys from QuetzaL. So finally able to answer the call and bring things back a little bit. Oh, how did that miss? I guess he moved a little bit when he took that shot, but Tens is going to capitalize and take him down, and he might actually be able to save the AWP from this position, and that looks like exactly what he's opting to do. He is going to fall all the way back towards the B-bomb site. So things are looking pretty solid now. Team QuetzaL going to take back their lead. They haven't given up the lead from subtLe just yet in this matchup, but they are going to be looking for a few more rounds here to try to close this out. But again, not bad from QuetzaL. Only 2 players survived, so that's something to note. On the CT side, we take a look at the money real fast. Slaw can drop. Tens can drop. He can buy and drop another one. So they could technically go for the buy here, and that's what they're going to do. They know that QuetzaL's not exactly rich at the moment, and they want to prevent any economic advantage that they can get by trying to string a couple of rounds together. So they want to keep the pressure on. subtLe's going to invest. They're going to go big into this one, and we'll see if they can capitalize moving forward, because it is going to be pretty much a big force buy. But Slaw immediately dinked through that mid-garage, and that is not going to bode well. Reverse boost from the CT side. We'll see if it's bountiful for him. They're going to put Slaw up top. And, well, Slaw has been tagged down very, very low to start off the round. See what's going on here. Comic Boy, that is a very good question. Interestingly enough, Muffin Lightning disbanded the other day. Akis went from Muffin Lightning to Rush, and Pollo got the snip from Rush. So Pollo joined subtLe, and now he's playing with them. So there you go. Slaw, bye-bye. Aggression from under boost. In through main. Smart position. Not going to go for the fallback. They're actually going to leave one player over the top side of mid. Pollo's going to capitalize on Bruno. The blind spray does connect with the head. And that is going to find a refrag 2-for-1 in favor of the subtLe side. So this is exactly what they were looking for. They're going to reboost in middle. Who is that they're sending up? Kinky. He's been the hot player right now on the terrorist side. And I know that just sounds... Girl, that sounds filthy. Nice peek from Tens. That's going to find one more. Enrico finishing things off in the A bomb site, tied up 12-12. The biggest aspect of this is what kind of investment are they going to put forth on the QuetzaL side? $21.50 for Spader, $18.50 for Kinky. Not a lot of money for them to work with, and they are going to be looking at the save. Now the pause comes out, and we will be seeing whether or not they can do anything into this round with just some upgraded pistols. We will see. Noobage, that was actually a joke. Bach is actually a really good friend of mine. Him and I used to cast together all the time at Philadelphia and then for ESCA as well. Actually, I'd like to say that I was able to help him get in with ESCA because they did like the caster tryouts, and I definitely recommended him heavy-handedly to try and get him in with that. And that was a joke. He didn't actually get fired or anything like that. He was only able to go there for 2 weeks because he has a wife and kids at home, so he had to get back over to his house and take care of his family. But I know that he thoroughly enjoyed his time working on ESL Pro League, and I'm happy that the guy's getting the opportunity to do that, which is really, really cool. ESL is starting to give opportunities to some other casters to come in and fill some shoes when it's at all possible and all needed. So it's pretty good stuff, and I definitely appreciate that Bach was able to get that. Yeah, no, it was just a joke. Yeah, just a joke. Pistol save from QuetzaL. Chuti on the body armor. Everybody else is going to be on the pistol upgrades with the exception. It's actually a palindrome if you look at it. Glock, P250, Desert Eagle, P250 Glock. It doesn't make a difference when the spray and pray comes out from Pollo. He's going to find 3. That's going to be one more on the board. I don't know who 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is. He's going to find 2 kills to work with. Why did they change their name? Who was that? Who was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? All of a sudden, you're just going to change your name mid-match, you butthead. Pollo, Odig, Slaw, Tens. Who was that? Yeah, no problem, Noobage. Yeah, they wouldn't have fired Mark or anything like that. Mark's a great guy. Great guy. And like I said, I mean, I harbor no ill will towards any casters that are in the, Rico, thank you, Rico. Big spray down from Tens. Finally going to be able to find the spray transfer there. Kinky on high. He's going to be down to 4 HP. He's got to work for it. Ugh! The nade almost finishing him off. Oh, and the timing couldn't have been better from Big Daddy OD, K-Kona himself. Gonna get some K-Konas in chat, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Ocean, your last man. Well, Kinky's your last man standing, but Ocean, I mean, he's just a force to be reckoned with. Anytime that he's alive, you know that the round could go either way. Absolutely know that he could. Subtle. It's going to come down to the 1v1. How many clutches can OD win in this one? He's got like 67 clutches so far. Let's be real here. The guy's a god. And it is going to come down to the ultimate. 1 versus 1. He's got to know that he's low. Pistol out would be the preferred nomenclature, to say the least, into this round. Let's see what Kinky's opting to do. He's going towards Squeaky, which I don't think is the worst idea. But he's going to have to hit a ripper here, and Ocean is in a great spot. He just needs to play patient. Doo-doot. Doo-doot. Doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot. Oh, misses the shot. Flashbang goes out. He's going to be looking for the reface. Kinky has not gone in onto the site yet. There it is. He's going to get spotted. And there it is for Ocean. No problem at all. Handled like a boss. And Subtle, 14-12. Now 2 rounds away from taking QuetzaL's victory from their clutches. And a nice round there from Subtle. They're going to find that 14-12 scoreline. It's another save round coming out from QuetzaL. And this is an opportunity for Subtle to get up to that 15, that elusive map point. That elusive map point. Oh, come on, Comic Boy. That was the theme to Jaws. You got to know this stuff, man. You might be a little bit too young for that. Got to remember, I'm an old fart. Thank you, Comanche. Pressure yet to be exerted. Bomb. Over towards the B-bomb site. 4 players. Here we go. Push is coming in. It's going to come down to this nade. Sick dunk nade. That's going to do such a tremendous amount of damage, and it's going to be the combination, the wombo combo, the Ocean and Tins show. They're going to find 2 kills to open things up. Out comes the P250. That's a 3rd. Looking for Spader in the corner. That's a 4th. And Tins is going to go down, or Tins is going to find those 3 kills. Ocean just wheeling and dealing around by default. It's going to find the final one. And now it's the last chance to dance for QuetzaL on their map pick, going up 15-12. Oding and company are going to find themselves with an opportunity to take a 1-0 score going forward into the next map, which is Train, and their own map pick. So 15-12 the scoreline. And things looking pretty good here for QuetzaL, to say the least. Aggression from Polio. There's the reply. Chody down. Dunk nade. Kinky. He's on 17 HP to work with. It's a good spam through the smoke. Not able to get the kill, but able to do a tremendous amount of damage. And if they throw a nade out towards default, that might be able to clean that player up. But never mind, they're just going to spam through Squeaky and find that kill anyway. So Spader is able to answer the call. So again, things looking relatively good. But answered back evenly. 2 frags on the board, 1 for 1 each side going in. Odig on 37 HP. Not that big of a deal. Kinky, you sneeze on him and he goes down. 17 health remains for him. The biggest part about that, too, is the fact that Kinky actually has a full nade kit at his arsenal. He's got a smoke flash, and a Molotov to work with. So that's one of the biggest parts about this right now, is they need to absolutely be able to utilize all that utility moving forward. Completely slowed things down. There's a pop flash in towards middle. Bruno is up on boost. He's going to come out. They're going to peek that. Bruno's going to have to buy this time. Yeah, he falls back out of that. There's a smoke in towards the Z connector, but they double peek him. They don't give him the opportunity. And now with the hit coming in towards B, they've actually evacuated the B bomb site. This is a little bit dangerous right now for the CT side. That's a bad smoke in towards CT spawn, but that is going to allow SLA to get aggressive behind this. And they tried to push in to deny the plant to go for the round win immediately, but it's SLA to find one. It's all down to Kinky. He's got 3 bullets. He's got to go for the reload. It's going to be Ocean and Pollo on the retake. Kinky, 17 HP, does get the reload in. They still have a smoke and a flash kit on the back of Pollo. 100 HP for him. They just need to play the trade game. There's the flashbang. Pollo's going to get caught. He turns, fully flashed as Kinky, so he blinds himself. Going for the extended spray. He's getting wrapped from E-Box. He's going to have to play this one smart. Odig's going to find it. He picks up the kit. Does he have the time? No. Swan dive into the best night of your life. 13 rounds on the board now for QuetzaL. The problem is that nobody survives for him. They don't get a lot of money out of the round, so they're at least economically wise, they're going to be in a little bit worse of a spot than they were in the last round. So Team QuetzaL, they're going to be able to invest into this one, but look at the nade count right now for them. Look at how many nades they've got. That's it. And they sacrificed an AK to go for a UMP just to get those extra grenades on secret agents. So, again, I mean, not going to be an easy situation to say the least for Team QuetzaL moving forward, and it's a full buy from subtLe. Look at the difference in utility here. Look at how much they got to work with. A couple of dinks go out, 10s. Going to do some work on Bruno, but he ultimately is going to lose his life. And that's a nice patient play from Chudy. That really starts to open things up. So 15-13 in favor of subtLe, but a 2-man advantage for QuetzaL. Rico trying to get aggressive over towards the squeaky door, and he's going to lose his life to Spader. Now they've got to answer the call. There's a good 1-for-1. Push is going to continue to come in towards the A bomb site, but they've rotated off of B, and now subtLe, they're out of position. The rotation is going to come in. QuetzaL's going to beat them over towards the B bomb site unless SLA can hightail it over there in time, but they're fully rotating back around. Chudy is on high and mid, so they're in a very sticky predicament. Pollo might get peeked out in middle, and he will. He's going to go down, so SLA is going to have to go absolutely massive into this. Going to find another 1v1, but not able to capitalize. Secret Agent is going to take him down, so that's a decent enough start. (15-14), forcing up what they can here on the subtLe side, but we're staring down the barrel of overtime for map number 1. So we'll have to see how things ultimately pan out here, but Team QuetzaL, they were on the brink of defeat. They've won a couple rounds in a row, and there's an M4 already off the board. There's 2 kills for Chudy, and they finally get the trade in. So it's a 3-on-4. Still within the realm of possibility here for the CT side, but Odig overextends on Catwalk, and he's going to go down immediately to Kinky. That's going to accelerate the push in towards A. This is going to be very difficult for the remaining 2 CTs to get back in and try to get this round under their belt. Well, that's made even more difficult. Nice shot from Pollo. He's got to ace it to win it, ace it to clutch it. And it's just a difficult position for him to be in all around. And that incendiary is going to make it even harder. Can keep trying to get up behind that. Does get spotted. But yeah, a nigh impossible clutch. Spader's in A main. There you go. Heading to overtime for map number 1. It is going to go 15-all, and we are going to be looking at the money reset going into OT. It's a MMR 3, so max rounds 3, and $10,000 in overtime, which are pretty much the standard rules for OT for any tournament. So $10,000 starting money. First team to get to 19 is going to be the victor, and then 22 if we need to go to the second half. Wasting no time, going right into a double up setup here. subtLe. They're going to throw a lot of money at this round. That's the biggest part about this, too, is that's a lot of money to invest into the opening round of OT. If you lose this round, your money is pretty much screwed for the remaining 2 rounds. Rushing out towards the vents. Nades. Back and forth, and finally Tins is going to be able to find one on Chudy, but they've already infiltrated the highway side. Polio's going to lose his life as well as Sla, and now they've opened up that A bomb site. The ops not really come to fruition. There you go. Odig, though, going to completely decapitate Bruno, getting a little too aggro for his own good. And that is going to be another kill on the board here for the CT side. Make it 2. Tins going to go in on Secret Agent, leaving just Spader in a 1 versus 3. And Ocean, well, he's creeping. Smoke's going to go in towards A main. This should pretty much seal the deal, as that Smoke and Flash are just going to cordon off that area. And now they can really go for this one. There is a gap in the smoke, but they will finish it off. And that is Rico to find the final frag. subtLe going to win the first round of OT, and they salvage the double up setup as well. Spam coming through that mid corridor once again, trying to line it up. One player getting aggressive over towards the vent side on the CT side for subtLe. We'll see where they opt to go this time around. Clearing out that A main area early on. Kinky's going to find no resistance in that side of the map. One player over towards Squeaky. They've got a couple of players. Bomb is on the back of a player in mid main, but Chudy is going to get aggressive over at B, and Rico's going to capitalize. So, man advantage for subtLe early on in this round. Let's see if they opt to molly out this spot, because Tens is underneath the boost. Do they molly this? That molly's actually going to go wide. He can sit underneath the boost here and not have to really worry about it. A lot of incendiaries going out. They're going to peek him. Rico's going to find the high ground, and now they've cleared out that whole mid presence. So, with that being said, that's a nice find for subtLe. It's going to go 5v2. Tens does get tagged down to 20 HP, but Rico was there to support him, and it was a really nice bit of teamwork going on. Bomb is outside of mid-main, 40 seconds left, and they have absolutely no map control on the terrorist side for Team QuetzaL, so this is looking pretty good for subtLe to go up to 17 rounds. They even got Tens coming around from vents that's going to be able to find a little extra intel for the CT side right now. 2 players over on B, 2 players on A. No need to really move anybody, and the smoke comes out towards vent. That's going to funnel them towards the A bomb site. And Sla is going to be over here, so there's a smoke out. Sla, a little overzealous, though. He's going to go down, and now it's Polio from quad. He's going to find one little lackadaisical on that peak, but he is going to clean up both of them, and subtLe will go up 17 to 15. So, if they win this next round, which it should be plausible, because the money isn't phenomenal here for QuetzaL, but if subtLe win this, they'll give them 3 possible goes at match point. Or map point, I should say, because this is only map 1 of BO3, but this will give an opportunity for map point for subtLe if QuetzaL can't answer the call. So it is 17-15. 19 is the magic number in overtime number 1. 22 is the magic number in overtime number 2. And 25 for overtime number 3. If we get to that point. But for now, they're trying to get up to 19. So far, subtLe doing a little bit better at that. Up on up battle. You don't want to challenge Papa Odig. Let's be real, boys. Secret Agent gonna meet his demise. Tens Z. Kinky's gonna get the peek out and, well, at least answer back 1 for 1. Odig still holding the angle with the AWP. Very slow round now for Team QuetzaL. They don't want to give up the opportunity for map point for subtLe right now. And Shooty, not able to capitalize. He's going to go down. That was a low HP player there for the terrorist side. And now they're going to start going up towards highway. They've got to be careful, though. Odig, he's in trouble. He will go down, and now the bomb is going to get pushed up towards A. They've got one at Fork. That's got to do some work, and now it's all down to Polio. And Spader just annihilates them on A. So now the tables have turned. QuetzaL are looking at a 16-17 scoreline. Unless Slaw can do some magic into this round, finds one. Gets the dink out on the second, but there's the peek out from Quad, and Spader has himself around. 3 kills on the board. We stay within 1, 17-16 going into the second half. subtLe going to be going over to the T side, where they need 2 rounds to close this one down. If QuetzaL goes flawless on their CT half, then we will be looking at them managing to pick it up. If they each split, then we'll be seeing it go into double overtime. So subtLe need 1 round to force a double OT. QuetzaL need 2. Because the fancy coffee, Polio is how you say his name. Just like an FYI for you. Polio means chicken in Spanish. Smoke out from B main. Aggressive posturing for subtLe, looking to move forward here. And we'll be seeing the terrorist side of subtLe try to make their way in towards B. All players are over here. One in Vince. Shooty. They haven't even spotted for this. He's going to find the opening pick with no resistance whatsoever. Tens never even saw that coming. Big flank coming out from Shooty. He's going to go for the backstab, and he gets the line up again. So, I don't know what. Do they not have their sound turned on? Headphones aren't plugged in? Shooty has 4. What? He just held W for that entire flank, gets the backstab in, and absolutely nobody sees anything. $17-17 now. All tied up. QuetzaL looking to do the damage. Molotov in towards the vents. Tins on the high ground. Nobody there to get flushed out. And again, this is one of the things that's always kind of grinded my gears, was the fact that people will throw that incendiary grenade up over the top in towards vents to flush out a player back in towards checkers. A lot of times you'll see a player that'll be sitting over here just waiting for that dropout to come. Or actually, I guess it would be more appropriate that they be on this angle. It's supposed to be an X. It worked out in the long run. And they'll be watching for that player to drop down. Or they'll drop another incendiary grenade over here, so that player can't go anywhere. Unfortunately, there was nobody set up for that, and there was nobody in the vents. But finally, we see a positive trade go out. It is going to be a 1-for-1. Trying to get back out of that corner. Bruno's going to get caught out by Polio, and that is going to swing the man advantage back over towards the subtLe side. They're looking for 18 now. 3-on-4 situation. Man advantage swung the way of subtLe. They're looking for a little bit more. Nice spray transfer from Tens. He's going to find 2 more, and that's going to let Spader try to walk his way in, and Polio's going to be there to finish that one off. But we will be seeing the 18-17 scoreline. Pause comes out. subtLe, actually, causing the pause. Tactical pause. So they want to put this one down. We'll see. We'll see what they can formulate going forward. They're actually giving Team QuetzaL an opportunity to talk things out here, too, by taking this time out. And we will see. And back into the action we go. Secret Agent going to be on the op, and they bust out the auto. So we'll see how things culminate now. Bruno's going to have that over towards the quad wall. AWP Frag Ocean goes down, so things looking good to gear up for double OT right now as they start off in the advantage of QuetzaL. 5-on-4. Settle on the back foot right now. Bruno hunkered down towards the MBK wall. Fence. Gonna be looking for Rico to come out around the corner. Secret Agent. Lobs the grenade in. Not gonna connect too much damage there. Tins is down to 72, but I believe that's because he caught a bullet. I don't think it was from the nade. Or maybe it was from the nade. I guess it was. So yeah, that nade did a little bit more damage than I thought it was from that position, but there you go. 17-18 subtle. Trying to make their way in towards this B-bomb site, what looks to be the B-bomb site. They're going to be met with... They're going to be met with a little bit of resistance here, but with that being said, they've managed to deal with it wholeheartedly, and they've gotten onto that bomb site. And now Secret Agent with the AWP, he's completely cordoned off behind the smoke. They're going to start to move in behind this, and Rico's going to find Kinky in middle. It's a 4 versus 2 with an AWP and an auto sniper on the retake. Very difficult times indeed for the CT side to try to get back into this one. One rotating down highway. Secret Agent biding his time from CT. M4 gets swapped out for Bruno, but he's coming towards the vent side, and they've already got a player positioned on the back side of checkers, so they're going to be looking for this one to come out. There's a pop flash in towards the corner. They hear this. They hear the vents, and they just re-smoked on CT, so now they're going to be looking for it. There's the push in, and there it is. 19-17. subtLe are going to be able to win on QuetzaL's map pick, and that's going to finish off map number 1. We will be going to train here in just a few moments, guys, so make sure that you don't go anywhere. We will be back in just a few minutes.